Hello everybody, I'm Sophie D'Souza and welcome to my channel Sophie's Stained Glass. In today's video you're going to see how Chloe, my student for the last 2 days, although when I say 2 days, 2 half days, how Chloe has made this fantastic piece. And the reason we split the studying over 2 days was because she did some painted work and that takes about 4 hours in my kiln. So she came one day, cut, painted, next day she leaded. So keep watching for how to make a beautiful piece of stained glass. So the first thing to do is come in from the edge, and if you look at the outside lead, you can see this dimension here is 5mm, 5mm and 2mm heart. So you come in for your cutting line 7mm from the edge. So I quite often just offer up the lead because I'm lazy, and so if you that would then be your outside line for your cutting. So now you've got to draw your lead lines in, but what's slightly complicated about this is that some of them are lead lines and some of them you're going to paint in. So I'm going to suggest you draw your lead lines in black and you draw your the lines that you're going to paint in a different colour, because it's going to be really confusing when you come to cut otherwise.
Yeah. I'm guessing there's like bits of glass on those.
Yeah, sounds like it. Sorry, I should have put that near you so you can sweep it out. Okay, you have to start and end at the edge of the glass, not halfway along. You took it off halfway along, didn't you?
I started from here.
Yeah, and you stopped here, didn't you?
And I cut him. Or
No, what you would need to do, you must never just start and then stop in the middle. So we're going to do that.
yeah.
And then that makes that cut okay.
Yeah.
You see, this might shoot off, you see. No, we got it.
What was your concern with that?
Because if you try and turn a corner in glass, you're really in danger of it sort of shooting off there. I mean, I seem to not be able to make it do that. But now the difference between the way you and I approach that is you try to get all around that cut in one go. And what I did, and it was easier, and I'm going to do it now, is...
Yeah. Makes sense. Is this to stop the risk of it?
You won't get all round in one go. It'll just go off.
Right.
Like, you couldn't quite come round because you can't turn your body that far round. And so what you would do, if you aren't able to cut something through the middle and you're trying to do a circle, say you're doing this shape, you go, so you've cut across here, and then you do 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 here. So you can't do all that in one go. You just can't. It's not advisable. So if you don't want shading on the lilac, then maybe don't do it on the blue.
Yeah.
Although I do really like your shading. And actually doing it as lines would be okay as well. If you wanted to do it as lines. Because I've got lots of really fine brushes.
You do. But I'm scared I'm gonna mess it up.
Well, I don't think you need to worry, because if you do, you just wipe it off. If you have all the time in the world, then what you do is you fire what you've done, and then you do the shading. And then if you don't like the shading, you can wipe it off without disturbing the line work. If you see what I mean.
Yeah. But do you think it would look better with the line shading or without? Because obviously...
I think it's a very small piece.
Yeah.
So there's a limit, I think, to how much of the detail you'll pick out. But I think... Ah, you haven't done these two yet, have you?
No, sorry. I'll do that one.
And was there another piece you needed to do? Yeah, you need to do these two. This one and this one. And then I think it's going to start looking a bit more interesting. But actually you won't see that much of the glass because the pieces are so small and you're using 6mm.
That's what I was thinking, yeah.
So I think for impact it won't make much difference.
Yeah,
no.
yeah, exactly.
Let me just see if I can get it a bit denser. Oops, sorry.
That's good.
There we go. You can clean that up in a sec. Happy?
Yeah, I don't like this bit.
What would you... I was wondering about painting that in black.
Yeah.
What do you think?
There's no way we could remove it.
No, but if you paint it in black and you've got lead along here, your eye doesn't read it somehow, and it's what we often do. Like, you see that flower over there? I mean, it's a big bastard because it was going in a church right up at the top. But you see where the petals are curling underneath? You just paint that area in black. And the eye just reads it as behind or shadow or part of the leading.
Mm. Yeah. And what would happen if we were to try and cut it out?
It just wouldn't work. I promise you it wouldn't work.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yay. Should we load the kiln?
Let's do
it. Here we are at the kiln the next day, and Chloe is just going to open it and have a look at her lovely pieces.
That looks cool.
They do, don't they?
The grey came out much darker.
Yeah, it does darken up when it fires.